Hello, I'm Erika.
I'm Sarah, and
And this is Living Understaffed, the podcast about not having enough hours or enough hands, and when your best is just really not very good.
Yeah. So how are you understaffed this week?
So I have a dog who is the love of my life, but also a menace. And he recently had surgery, which means I have to put him in his kennel when he's at home by himself. And I went out for 2 hours yesterday. And when I came home, he pooped in his kennel and got his little beans all up in it. So I came home and I had to give him a bath and I had to clean out his kennel, and I just put his food bowl outside, and I've been letting him use a different food bowl because I just don't have the emotional wherewithal to clean it right now. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, I love this for me. I wish someone would just come in and just do this for me. It was very unfun.
That would be super. Like, just give somebody a call. Hey, so this happened, and I need you.
Yes. Can you just come and like buy me an ice cream cone for moral support, because I deserve a little treat because this is awful.
A treat for you, but not for the dog.
Not for the dog.
Oh my God. Oh, poor Rocky. For those of you too that are just tuning in to this, every now and then, don't be alarmed, but you will see Eric. You will see Erika with a spray bottle where she's like, don't worry about it. It's just water. There's no animals were harmed in the making of this podcast. I swear.
Oh, he's doing his best, and his best is also not very good. So between the two of us,
I mean, he's trying. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm still in this IT certification, and so let me just tell you about being understaffed. Not even from my perspective. My professor is a mess. I say that meaning the man, for whatever reason, this school, this accredited university, has decided to double book him classes. So instead of us getting, because now don't get me wrong, this particular IT cert, there are people that go through this entire massive material in one single week and take the proctored exam at the end of the week. Good for those people. I love that for you. That is, however, not how I'm going to live my life. And I'm already struggling with this being a 1 month per certification. So this professor is supposed to be teaching us from roughly 4 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Okay, roughly. Because he's double booked, the class that I was in prior to this, he was the same professor. He would teach us from about 4 to 6:30, and then we would have free study to get our shit done, which was kind of great because it was like heavy information for 2 to 2.5 hours, and then we had the rest of the night to study. So I would still sit there and do my homework until like 8:30. Then I would go home and I would do a little bit more depending on how far I got. But now, because he's double booked and now I'm in the third certification, he is teaching the other class from roughly 4 to 6:30, and then teaching us from 6:30 to like 8:30. So first of all, it threw off my whole schedule, right? Because I get off work, I use Starbucks because they have decent internet, and then I go home because I live in the middle of the fucking woods and our Wi-Fi sucks balls. So I would leave work, I would go to Starbucks, I would be in class, and I would study, and then I'd go home, right? But now, also because I'm pet sitting, I check in like I'm actively doing my open study time until 6 p.m. I do that while I'm still at work, rush home to the other side of town to go let the dog out, feed her, give her a little bit of attention, and then drive back into Starbucks right about give me like 45 minutes to like open study, and then class until 8:30, and then back out 20 minutes on the other side of town to hang out with the dog. Like, the whole understaffed thing is very prevalent in my life right now. And I love this dog. Like, pet sitting is my jam. That's totally fine. But like, hey, Sarah, you know that whole trying not to take on a whole bunch more stuff and filling your plate thing and getting pissed off about not ever having sleep? You are making yourself understaffed. Congratulations. Like, good job. Proud of you. So
I think the problem that we both have is that the second we're even like the tiniest bit bored, we're like, we should sign up for a bunch of stuff to do because I'm bored and no need to be alone with my thoughts.
I actually
and then they all hit at the same time, and you're like, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah. And then I'm bitching and complaining because I haven't slept enough in the last 2 weeks. Like, let's not even talk about the last 2 weeks. Let's talk about the last 2 years of like, fuck. And then, okay, just to put the cherry on top, Sarah, I decided that 2024, you know, like I'm gonna learn something new. Not that I haven't gotten 3 IT certifications in the last 4 months, right? But also I'm gonna go back to learning the piano. I used to play the piano when I was younger. I bought a fucking keyboard that I have no room for, but I bought it because I was like, that's it. I'm gonna learn how to play the piano again. Why? Why is that necessary? Oh my God.
Been there though. No judgment.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Hello, this is Ruan Willow with the Oh, Fuck Yeah, with Ruan Willow podcast. I'm excited you're here again. Always, I'm excited you're here when I come to my podcast and we talk about sex. We talk about sexuality. We talk about better sex, erotica, all kinds of yummy stuff related to sex and sexuality. Come today. Don't forget to come today. Enjoy your body. Give yourself that amazing experience of orgasm where you can imagine how wonderful that will feel. All of those amazing hormones flooding your body, making you feel exhilarated, amazing, incredible, like never before. Reach for it, take it, baby. Make yourself come today. You have an amazing day. Love ya. Oh, fuck yeah. Bye-bye.
So I was watching TikTok and I saw this person. This is what made me think of it. And she wrote a poem and she was reciting the poem on TikTok. And if I can find the TikTok, I'll send it so we can put it in the show notes or whatever, so we can give credit to her. But the poem was called like, I am not a low maintenance girlfriend. And she essentially talks about how she constantly just tried to not like bother her boyfriend or whatever. And I was like, that is me, or used to be me with everybody. Like, oh, you don't need to text me back. It's fine. Or, oh, I don't need any of these things. Like, I don't need any validation at all from like work. Just if I did something wrong, just tell me all the things that I'm doing wrong and I'll just do better. Like it could never possibly be something that you're doing that makes you not successful at this job or whatever. Like, or I don't need, any sort of like verbal confirmation that I'm doing a good job or anything like that. And that's not true. I'm a needy bitch. I'm high maintenance. If you don't match my energy, I don't want it. It is a romantic comedy about serial killers, but like Dexter serial killers. It's very good. I did accidentally leave it on the conference table at work, and one of my coworkers sent me a Teams message and was like, "Hey, you left your love trilogy book on the counter." I was like,
well,
you're welcome.
You're welcome. Like, so you read it. You read at least enough of the description to wonder what it was. That's phenomenal. I'm reading Pour It On Me by Meg Becker. She just released it this past week. And
oh, yeah. I think you shared that on Facebook. I saw it. It looks really good.
Yeah, Meg is one of my really great friends. And Pour It On Me is about Simone and Logan, and like one of the quotes on the cover of it is Simone, who is saying, "I had never been one to turn down a challenge." So instantly I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Open this, right? But then like her cover art is really beautiful. Like I know you guys can't probably fucking see that, but it's like cartoony and adorable.
Yes.
So like, come on, actually that was really cool how it kind of like came into screen like that. But anyway, that's what I'm reading. She's one of my really good friends. So, obviously have to support the authors, those indie authors out there. But yeah, that's what I'm in the middle of right now.
I always get sucked into the, like, I'm not sure how much of this I want to put in the podcast or not, but I for sure, like, am a feminist in the streets. Choke me, call me a good girl in the sheets. And there are things that, like, in romance novels where, like, in the romance novel or in the novel or whatever, I'm like, but like, if a guy tried to do that in real life, I'd be like, what? Excuse you. So for the listeners, my husband is currently deployed, and he comes back soon, and I have just been thinking about all of the things that I have been missing out on. Oh,
all of
I'll have to add that to the roster.
I'm telling you, it was like, especially, so the conversation between he and I was that he's never really like done that stuff, right? And there are the men out there that will lie about it and then be like into it, and then you're like, you've done that before. But then there's some who actually are honest about it and are like, yeah, I don't, I'm not trying to put my hands on a woman kind of a thing. This man did it, and he not only grew, but also grew with confidence literally in that 0.5 seconds of like my reaction to it.
Love that.
Do that every time. Every day, every time. Thank you.
Yeah, I love, one of my favorite things is like how, like, like my husband and I have been together for a long time, but like you grow together, you know what I mean? And like the way that and like even like before, just in general, it's the type of person that I am, and I think women in general, like, you have to react to me in a certain way.
Yes.
Or like, I'm not, if I'm giving you a blowjob and you are silent, that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me.
Absolutely not. Because then, I think that you are confident enough to let go, to like let loose. But then B, which is the shittiest thing that a woman can do, is question myself. Because I'm like, I know that I have skills with my tongue. Thank you.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. I'm like, I could, this going back to I'm a needy bitch. I'm sorry. You have like, for the longest time, I'm like, oh, like it's fine. I'm fine. Like, no, like if you don't constantly tell me how hot I am, I don't want it. Like
Literally in a blowjob, it is not that hard for you to go, oh, not that hard.
Right?
It's not that hard. I just did it on a live podcast. You're welcome.
Yes, it's not that hard. Like I don't, again, most of my experience with like fucking people that are not my husband are when I was like 21, 22. So like that's probably not the best like cross section of humanity. But specifically the people that I was attracted to when I was 21 is
beautiful description, but absolutely fair.
But like, I just don't think, and I just think, and maybe I'm wrong, but listeners, don't correct me. My heart can't take it. Do men think like, you know, if a guy wants, women don't want a dick pic. Like, actually, you know what? I can confidently say women do not want unsolicited dick pics. Never, ever, 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 ever has that been like dick pics are fine. If you're not sure how she feels about you, don't send it. If she's never sent you a picture, don't send it. Unless she explicitly asks, like if she hasn't been like,
hey boo,
don't send it. Because we know what we know what it looks like vaguely. If you are still trying to like convince her to have sex with you, it's not going to help. If she hasn't decided yet, seeing a picture of your penis is not going to do anything. It's not. I promise it's not. For me, send me a picture of your muscles. That's what I want to see.
Oh,
like I am a
let me just throw it out there. Send me a picture of your hand.
Yes. Or send me a picture of you at the gym.
Also that. I am perfectly okay with that.
That is exactly. I think it goes like just there are the way this is just how I feel. This is just my hot take. What things women find sexy are different than the things that men find sexy, and not like, oh, women find that sexy just on a man. It's like, no, like it's just not the same. Like, even if it's just like if I'm going to give you time and like access to my body and I'm going to get hot for you, like you have to make me want to.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to want to.
I actually asked this on Twitter, months ago. I was legit like, hey men, you send out dick pics, like you're not worried that shit's going to get leaked, which absolutely. But what if women were out here just sending pictures of our lips? Right? And you know what the consensus was?
What?
Men are like, okay, let's go.
Please do. And I'm like,
no.
Also, a caveat, I will never leak a dick pic. I will, however, put it in my friends group chat if it's egregious enough.
No shame. Like, I've sent you pictures.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. All I'm saying is I'm not going to be just out here sending pictures of my coochie. Like, isn't she huge? Right. Like, no, stop. Just stop. Like, men sending me dick pics, it better be because I either asked for it or we're starting to talk sexy.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're like, hey, I'm hard for you. That's totally
yes.
different.
Yes.
But just like, and for the love of God, don't send me a picture of your dick if it's not hard. If it's just like soft and wiggly,
oh my God. Oh my God.
Please stop. Again, it's been a really long time since I've received an unsolicited dick pic, but I have received an unsolicited dick pic of like a soft peen, and fucking all my friends saw it.
No.
We all thought and
Also,
laughed.
on what planet do you think that that's sexy? Like, what man, and listeners, by all means, please respond to this. I need men and women to respond to this. On what fucking planet, do men think that sending a picture of your soft dick is sexy? Can someone answer that for me, please? That'd be super.
Because sending a dick pic in general is barely sexy. It's like of all the pictures that I want, unless it's like your whole body, that's fine. That your penis can be in the picture. But
Yes.
I don't like that's not gonna make that has really no bearing on whether or not I'm gonna have sex with you. Unless your like situation down there makes me not want to have sex with you. But it's not going to make me want. It's never going to tip me over the edge.
No.
Never.
No. And even then, if you tell me that you are 3 inches soft, 3 inches, and you send me a picture, I'm not going to think that you're attractive. Also, then if you tell me that you're a grower and then you send me a picture of your hard dick and you're fucking 7, 8, 9 inches at that point, I'm still going to be less attracted to you because you sent me the soft picture.
Yeah.
All right, so we are rolling into this next segment. And can I just say how much I love this part of the show? Like, we can talk about being understaffed and we can talk about all these things, but like, we have this shared understanding and this shared love of like beautiful men out there and men who are like into themselves or confident enough in themselves. And let's just roll into the sluttiest things a man can wear, which obviously across the board is gray sweatpants.
Yes, absolutely. I would also add to that like a really well-fitting t-shirt. Like, you know, when it's like tight around the bicep and it like rides up a little bit.
Stop it. Also, combine that t-shirt with a pair of very well-fitted suspenders.
I was just going to say, and not like Jim the plumber suspenders because he has like a pot belly. Like,
yes.
Like
that fitted nice shirt with the nice arms.
That guy that chops wood on TikTok suspenders.
Oh, honey. And we all know who he is. He knows who he is. Oh. There's also these the new like trending pair of glasses, the ones that are either round or they're a little flat on the top but have the round lens. Mm-hmm. The ones that are out there rocking those glasses are crushing it. Wow. So yeah. I've been kind of collecting some of these responses, either from men or women, on the sluttiest things that a man can wear. And the fitted t-shirt was hands down one of the top. Gray sweatpants, the top, the absolute top. But then one of the things that came up was the sluttiest thing a man can wear is one of those Carhartt jackets. And I was like, not wrong. Like, not necessarily sluttiest, but you know, that man is warm and knows how to keep somebody else warm.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the list that I made. Also, like, I would say belt. If they can take a belt off with one hand, there's
Oh my. Okay, so to be fair, that's taking clothes off, not wearing them.
That's true, but it really is only slutty if I like I know my husband can do that. So when I see him wearing a belt, I'm like,
yes.
hello.
There's a couple of images that I want to pull up too. The sluttiest thing a man can do is wear a sleeveless turtleneck. And I was thinking about that, like, what? So that was one of them. The other one is one of the zip up vests, like the puffy vests that are unzipped with the long sleeve turtleneck underneath it. That is very sexy, especially when it's like fitted or tucked in. Honey. The glasses thing was voted on quite a bit. And then the last one that I found was the sluttiest thing a man can wear are a pair of glasses and have long hair. And again, I was okay.
Actually, I don't know if he wears. Actually, I don't know if he wears glasses. I think there are some pictures of him with glasses. And
well, the one that I want to add to the pile is long sleeve shirt, top couple of buttons unbuttoned, and the sleeves rolled up, because you can see like the arm muscles and the veins. Honey.
Amen. Yeah. I'm also there with like a black, like this. I never thought of it until I read the Allie Hazelwood books, and the hero in every single one of those books at some point in one scene is wearing like a black, like Henley with the sleeves like pulled up. And I'm like,
yeah. Or having that like that cute sweater with the collared shirt underneath it that has the couple of buttons unbuttoned. Yum. Like, I understand, like, for men, it's probably like mini skirts and, fitted bodice dresses.
Or like, like showing as much as possible. And with women, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's a little more on the emotional side. Like, when we're talking about sending dick pics and stuff, I want you to send me a picture of your hand. But not only that, I want you to send me a picture of your hand gripping something.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Or if you are desperate to send me a picture, and my husband I will say he does a very good job of this. If I send you a picture, send me a picture back of like your face. Like if you're just like, that's what I want. That's literally all I want.
It's not that hard. Here's the thing. I can be high maintenance as fuck, and it's not that hard to meet that energy.
It's really not.
No,
the bar is on the floor. It really is. Just tell me how hot I am.
That's not that hard.
Not just the first time, but all the times.
I think we said this in the intro episode. It takes 7 seconds to send a fucking text message. Not even. We all live through our phones. I'm not going to say live on our phones. We live through our phones because we do. Like, whether it's phone calls and FaceTiming, people FaceTime all the fucking time. It literally takes 7 seconds to send a text message. If I send you even just a picture of like a lingerie set on a hanger, I want you to send me back a picture like this.
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be like all I want is like be consistent. Like be consistent. Yeah. Like honestly, like whether you're, and this across the board goes for everybody. Like, are you my friend or like romantically or whatever, like just be consistent. Yep. And that way I know from the very beginning, okay, this isn't enough for me or this is too much.
Yep. 100%. Because if I know that you are not ready to meet that level of care, we'll put it that way. If you're not ready to meet that level of care, then I'm not going to put in as much energy as I want to because I know it's going to be a waste. Yeah. Because I know. Now, granted, you might not have that same level of energy. You might not be on my level because let's get real. I have ADD, I have anxiety and depression, but I am hyper all the time. And a lot of people are not going to be able to meet that energy. So I do give a little bit of grace. But like I said, 7 seconds to send a text message. It takes 4 seconds to be on the phone and be like, baby, you're really sexy.
I also don't want to be around people that think I'm too much. I just don't.
Because you're not. Because you're not. They are not enough.
Yeah. And that's honestly, it's fine. Like it's fine that they think that I'm too much or they're not enough or whatever. Like that is all totally fine. I just I am at a point in my life now, within reason, obviously, because you have to like work with people that you don't necessarily like get along with or whatever. But I'm not going to choose to have people in my life that make me feel like I have to change myself.
Or less. At the end of the day, if I feel any less or I have to lessen myself.
If I have to diminish myself in any way to meet somebody else's needs, I don't want it. I don't want it. If I'm like, oh, like if I just am like this instead, like, cause that's my first instinct. I'm like, that's a red flag. No, I don't want to do that because either like there are so many people that exist in the world and I already have so many people in my life that love me for exactly who I am. Like,
exactly. Not doing it.
And even if I didn't, I'd rather be alone. My dog loves me for who I am. So who's the real winner here?
Surprisingly enough, this whole episode, you haven't even whipped out the spray bottle.
Actually, where is he? I don't hear anything. I bought him a new bed recently because he's an old man. Listeners, because you don't know, my dog is a retired military working dog, so he's old, but he's also a combat veteran, so he deserves everything. And that's also why he's so bad. Like, he's not bad. He just didn't grow up in a house. So he's not used to having to have self-control around trash cans.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I know. But he's my sweet prince and my best boy. So I put up with it.
So, yeah. Again, I think we mentioned it earlier, but, don't be alarmed if there's a spray bottle that comes out every now and then. It's just water. It's just good old Rocky just is terrified of spray bottles. It's okay.
Yeah. Yep. We're all just here doing our best.
Poor Rocky. He himself is understaffed.
He is.
Listeners, thanks guys for tuning in to another captivating episode. We appreciate your continued support. If you enjoyed today's discussion, make sure to share it with your friends and family because your word of mouth is our breast promotion. It's our best promotion. So stay connected with us on social media for updates and upcoming episodes. We do put out questions and comments for behind the scenes content. So until next time, keep thriving, stay curious, and we can't wait to have you back for more understaffed conversation.